Hello, it's Jane. I am here in the studio at JDHQ. Oh, look at me, I just did an overlay. Professional. Right, I'm just going to say hello. Well, that's the lens there. Okay, hello. And yes, so this is multi-streaming to Facebook, my Facebook page, and YouTube. If you leave a comment, I can see the comment from wherever you're leaving it. I think you have to follow or subscribe to be able to leave a comment, just as a little safety measure. And if you don't or haven't joined the channel or subscribed, do so, because then you get your notifications. Hey Jenny, hey Colin, how you going? Right. Art. We'll turn the beat around and oh, that's just too far away. Just 1 second, please. I'm just going to put that in my pocket. Right. This is something that we started, gosh, I was going to say the other day. I've been a bit slack with live streams. It feels a bit strange with just so much going on in the world, and I've just been taking some time to myself. I've done a little bit of this and that in what's going on here. Yes. Wait a minute, I've just got to text someone. Right. I wonder what they mean. Are they there now? What's going on? Okay. I'm not very good with squirrel, am I? Once I've got the squirrel, that's that. So I've got these girls, and I thought, well, actually, I looked at our January, and our prompt is right here. We've got because in the US it's still the 16th, so I'm going to pick this one. Use a glass dip pen to draw a face. Add your positive intentions to the hair. I've already started it. That was just by absolute chance, and that's today. So I've got Pigments of Imagination here, which are one of my absolute favourite inks ever because they're a waterproof ink. And they're a different type of ink to the tattoo inks. These are waterproof as well, but these are a different type of thing. And I'm live now. My gosh, I'm live now. Can't text to. Okay. So. Sorry, I've got texts coming in and I'm distracted, and I have squirrel brain, you know how it is. Rightio. Pigments of Imagination, one of my favourite inks, and I'm boiling hot. I have to turn the fan on before I die. Hang on a second. I can't die on just because it's too hot. So I think that sometimes adds some background noise, but if I open the window, that's noisier because of the cicadas. So we're picking, I have to pick one of the devils, and I'm picking fan. This colour is called Fawn, and it's this beautiful neutral, it's not neutral, it's a purplish brown. All of the Pigments of Imagination are named after figments of imagination, right? And just so you know, the cute little box that everything comes in, it's got, so you can store them in the little box. All the little colours are here. It also comes with extra stickers, the little ink, so that if you make a pen or something else, you can label the spray, whatever you've got, you can label it on. Now I'll just give that a little shake. Always remember, when we're shaking ink, we have the lid on. And I can just take the ink straight out of there. I'm just going to rinse my pen before I do anything, and dip it in straight to the ink, because, you know, this is fairly full. If it wasn't, you can dip in, swish the ink on, or you can put it into something else, a bit, a little receptacle like a shot glass, something like that is what I usually use. But this is going to work quite nicely. Hey, Maria in Chicago. Oh, Maria's got 3 of the glass dip pens. So just a little bit about the glass dip pen. I can tell you about that as we go. They're all individually handmade. So this is the little butterfly one, the Paperillion. This is Tentomushi, which is the little ladybirds with the cherry blossoms. This was to celebrate my trip to Japan, basically. Deserves celebration. And I was inspired by my trip to Japan and in the cherry blossom season. And so I've got these 2 out. Are they different? No. Well, because they're handmade, everything's going to be different. They're just very fine pens. Now, the thing is, if you're dipping right into the ink, you do want to make sure your glass pen doesn't have dust on it, hasn't been sitting out. Give it a little bit of a clean so you're not putting dust and whatever. And it's not got other colours, so you're not contaminating your ink if you're going to go straight into the bottle. We just want a little whirl. We can tap the ink off, but this is very, very delicate. All glass pens are extremely delicate and you need very little ink to make them work. So I wouldn't be tapping them on anything. I'd be going in very, very carefully because we don't want to damage anything. Rather than tapping off excess ink, what I do is turn it around and I let the ink come down these little grooves so that we've got, it's just loaded with ink. Well, that's what I do. And this girl we started creating the other day, you were with me. She's got a lot on her mind. She's a little Lady Godiva. She's galloping on her gold unicorn. Hello. This is the gold layer cake. Then I think I juiced it up to gold gesso. And, I've let it get a bit wet there. So this is the flip pad, the flip journal. Now this is just gummed at the side, it's not bound, so that you can remove the pages if you want, or you can leave it like a journal. I am filling up so many of these. I've put the cover on it, one of the journal jackets, and this is one of our paper bags that we send orders out in. We've got lots of different designs. Because I've got so many of my flip journals happening, the paper is just chef's kiss. So I've got to start differentiating them, otherwise they all look the same. I don't know what's in them. So I've started, just put a bit of masking tape on and put, just slit the bag. I did a little Instagram post about it. It's not rocket science or anything. Anyway, off we go. But all of that to say, I've let a little bit too much water get on here and I can see the pages are separating. I can fix that with a bit of tape. Bit of washi tape. And I'm just going to say, if I didn't want to put tape on her, which I wouldn't want to, I would put another page on here and pull the tape at the side here to keep everything together. I might do it at the end and bring it over onto the cover page. So then I've got a cover page and I'll put something in here too, because this is here so you've got extra little covers if you want to make a little A5 journal. I try and think of everything because I love designing. Now this is what is so beautiful about these pens. Look how fine the little lines are. And this ink, even though this is quite a lovely little light colour, so I'll add this on here just so you can see the colour. It's this beautiful purpley brown. So it's like tattoo kink, but more on the brown side rather than the purple side. And I love these sorts of colours because they have depth, they have character, but they take a step back and let everything else breathe. And I just love that. And look at these fine lines. Now eventually I'll have to reload But what I think is also happening, I've got marzipan twist, I've got aqua pastel, I've got goodness knows what, I can't even remember, in here. And that, if I'm dragging this hard pen, it's going to start picking up pigment and whatnot. So that at the bottom will be like a little cork. So I just need to clean it off. So that's, oh, but then I accidentally took off quite a lot of ink then. So I might need to re-dip my ink. We go gently with our pen. We'll twirl her again. Just reload it, let that ink go down. And just watch for, you know, big dollops. You don't want, well, sometimes that can look good. But this is so very, very fine. Every little movement you make with your hand will take off, will be reported onto the paper. So I'll go in little jerky lines because it allows me to. Now there's something juicy there. Just let the ink come back down. So I can add my lines, but I just have to clean the nib off every so often. Was it marzipan twist? I think that's what's here. So if you do damage your glass pen, if you break it, if you drop it and you smash it, well, I suppose you could stick this part together with super glue. But if you damage the glass tip of any glass tip pen, because it's then rough, it's just the ink is not going to flow down onto it. So usually you'll be able to find an angle that it still works at, so you can still use it, but it changes your pen a little bit. You're not going to be able to get flowing ink lines like there, and usually can feel it if it's rough. You've maybe just damaged it, and that does happen, but you just try and be careful. It's like a micro pen, you know, the tiny little micro nibs. They're not Wonder Woman, they are what they are. They're a little delicate species. Delicate species. So I'm just adding just a little bit of detail, just a little bit of depth in here. Just little bit by little bit. And why would I use a glass pen over something else? Well, every time you use a different material, a different type of pen, your hand holds it differently. The way you move is going to change. So you get very different lines, I do anyway, whether it's this or if it's a Dr. Ink pen or any one of the other multitude of pens that I've got. I can see the little dabble of whatnot on there. Using an infinitesimal amount of ink on all of these things. So I find it's quite a painterly little line, and it forces me to work a little bit more slowly when I'm working with a glass tip pen, and I find it quite meditative. And if I'm using a colour like this, it can't get too outliney, because even though this does have definition, I can define in this, it's not jet black. I still have room for things to get darker and have more definition. Now, I almost started outlining here, but I used that rainbow pencil here, and I'm liking the rainbow lines of my little dream lady, my little dream Godiva. Oh, I might use this. So this is her shoulder. That's all crazy hair. Okay. It's a crazy horse. It's a crazy unicorn, maybe. Oh, I saw some celebrity was dancing at the crazy horse. Is it a strip club? I don't know. I fancy a strip club in Paris. I suppose it's sort of what it is. I don't know if they do totally nudies or what. I haven't been. Like the Moulin Rouge, I think you're sort of scantily clad and the ladies all dance around. But yeah, like K-pop star did her thing there. Very brave. Well, she's very gorgeous, so, you know. Well, I'm adding a little bit of definition. This is just this unicorn. Now, is he running along with his eyes shut, his eye open? Is he looking back at her? I can make a decision. Is he going to be more whimsical or realistic? Well, he's already gold, so I think we've left realism behind. So I don't think we have to worry about that. He's got quite a serious face. Now, I'll just clean that off again. I can sort of scratch into my surface with it a little bit. Might just add a little bit of white paint pen. It's like having a little tiny finger of paint. I love it. So this is from the Unicorn, Unicorn paint pen set. Might even pop that in there. Oh, just clear that off. Little tiny details. Yes, Canada Post, I think, we are sending parcels again. Oh, Debbie says the biggest problem she has with glass tip pens is deciding which one to use, because they're all so gorgeous. Exactly. That might be Kim, Angus. Sorry to yell out. I could have covered the microphone, I guess. Okay, now let's define these. Sorry about that, someone's just arrived, so there's going to be screeching. Okay. So I've got a little bit of definition happening, just bit by bit. Let's give her, should we do dip pen? Yeah, let's be brave. I'll just clean it off. Just excuse me. Okay. Now her little hands, I've got one hand up here. And so she's just like having, like she's trusting in the unicorn. Okay, so that would be her thumb coming around there. Sorry, I'm just doing the pose, you know, like to try and get fingers in the right sort of place. And just has to be close enough to the mark. Now her eyes open, are her eyes shut? She might be just laughing. Oh, here we've got everyone coming up, okay. They won't be quiet. Hello. Hey, Zozzy, come here. Oh, goodness, sorry, everyone. I think she would have her toes pointed. Something like that. Oh, that shoulder should be dropped down there a little bit more. And I'm just going to try and get away with the least amount that I have to, because it's sort of already doing a lot of talking. Now what I really want to put in here is ladybug dotters, and I don't think I've got any here. Hey Kim, can you see ladybug dotters out there? Can you grab some for me? How are you going? Excuse me for a second, excuse me. Jess! Come on! Sorry, sometimes telling her, acknowledging the barking stops her. Not very often. I live in hope. Okay, makes me feel better, I guess, more than anything. I'm just going to add this. This is the white swan. Oh, and at the moment we always have free gifts. How are you going, love?
Hello.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got hot pink in here. Jess, goodness me. Oh, brand new. We like it. Always have little free gifts, nifty gifties in orders. And at the moment we've got Tippy Toes pens, like 2 colours of Tippy Toes. Now this is Pink Macaroon Ladybug Dotter, and if you've never seen these, they're little, do you remember Dotterifics? They were a dotty marker and they were discontinued. They were discontinued even before I found some old ones. And this is my dotting tool of choice. So that is why I just love doing dots. Now, I dip them in a little bit of oil. This is brand new, so it hasn't started yet at all. Oh, for goodness sake. Maybe go on the balcony for a bit, Kim. Until they calm down. God, like they've never seen you before. So what I'm doing, the lighter you press, the smaller the dot. And if I just always dip them in a little bit of water, because then you get an ombre effect, so that it's light, the ink is lighter. The water can't get up into it, so you're not doing anything, it just is dissipating it. And if you really dip it and give it a bam, you'll get splashes on that first poppette. So I've already got a few little dips happening, but I'm just adding a bit of, like, I don't know, atmosphere. Bam, bam, bam. Now, when you are on this paper, you're not going to get it. But if you're on a thinner paper and you're doing a concussion injury to the paper, sometimes that can force the ink to show through where it doesn't usually. So just always keep that in mind. Any concussion thing, you just might want not to have something super precious on the back. Should be fine on this sort of paper, but I was just checking because I can see where that is. Because I want the concussion, I want the poof, poof, poof. But, you know, I'm just trying to be informative. Penny says, I love the ladybug dots. Same, Penny. Okay, this is purple grape. Now this is, oh no, actually might go in with orange. This is orange pumpkin. So the ladybug dots, because everything's round, this is the spot on set. In Australia, if something's spot on, it means it's bonza, it's awesome, it's cool, it's wicked, it's doing all the right things, right? And also spot on, ladybugs have spots. You know how I am with the naming. So all of the names of the colours are round things like pumpkins, orange pumpkin, blue planet, green apple, roundish things, okay? Green light, oh, that's going to be green apple. This is from the classroom, so it's all a bit messed up. Purple grape, red lollipop, brown rumble. Oh, my friend's mum used to make them when we were kids. Oh, we would beg her, please make rumbles. No rum involved, I don't think. Black marble, aqua ripple, you know, like in the water. And green light. Oh, I might do aqua too. Yeah, and there's 3 different sets. That's the big set. Anyway, so this is brand new too. Ooh, I'm christening it. So dip it in the water. I'm going to have to dip it a few times. When it's pressed, that's when it's releasing. The ink can come through the little thing. Will eventually, a bit of ink, I might a bit more water. I might give a little concussion, the occasional little concussion, splat, splat, bam. And then I can do little teeny tiny dots, and I can do bigger ones. I can let that ink come through. So when it's in its stronger colour, it's quite a strong orange. I just keep dipping it to keep it light, because orange is very eye grabby. Might just give her a little in the cheeks, even. A little bit of texture, and let the stronger colour come through in the deeper areas, because the orange can be a bit eye grabby, and I want this to be just a festival, not a, we're not looking at the dobs, okay? Okay, I'm liking the orange, so I think what I might do is get a little bit more orange happening. Now, I'm going to do it with pixel pens. These are a bit more subtle than the glass dip pen. These I'm getting very lovely, distinct lines of a type. This I'm going to be able to scratch in. What have I got here? Is that marzipan twist? I just want to add like a flush of this orange, and I'm just deepening the colour, adding a little bit of contour, And it's with a festival colour. I could add contour with like a skin colour, but ugh, where's the fun in that? So I'm using a festival colour. Orange. Because everything's festival. We're fully festivaling here. She's off to some sort of festival on her unicorn. The unicorn is not looking very festive at this point. I think the unicorn has been through this before. Everyone's wide-eyed and hopeful that 2025 is just going to bring this whole new vibe. I think the unicorn's like, she's just like, whatever comes, whatever happens, I'm so happy. And the unicorn's, I'm going, I'm moving, I'm doing it. But do you really think just the change of a date is going to... He's being a realist. This is the realist unicorn. Kevin, the realist unicorn, that's his name. Now I keep just wiping this because it's going to, the ink will get a bit clogged up here and there. Do I want festival colour or just scratch in? There we go. Okay. This is Brush with Fame. This is from the Stop the Press set, one of my favourite white pens. I say that about all my white pens, okay? I dab it like that just to soften off the detail. Let's give it a little bit of a highlight on that face because everything is very the same colour. Kevin's got a few little dapples. I'm not sure if Kevin, his face, this is too relaxed, so the eye is not right yet. We'll get there in the end. But I do like her very much. I'm going to give her a little bit of metallic. This is Tippy Toes, so these are very fine, really metallic markers, and something that will pop. Green, no, let's do turquoise, a light colour. I could do gold, but that's already gold there. I could do some little gold flecks. And I could even give her a little bit in here. Now that might be a little bit hard to see. Until I do we can see that metallic in there. You can always go back over with a bit of something matte if you wanted to. If you wanted to tone it down a little bit. And then to help that settle in, I'm going to go with Brush with Fame in the black. And then the only black in the whole thing is the black and white are power colours. They add the contrast. So you can save your power colours for what you really want to draw the eye to, which for me is the eyes. and lash lines, so and a little bit of the top of the pupil there. If I'm really delicate, I can add a little bit of that to her lashes on there, and maybe even Kevin. He can have his eye just a little defined. And that's a paint pen, so that'll just stick on top of everything on the planet. Her lips, I need a bit more definition there. So, I think I've got marzipan twist. Oh, yep, this is going to work. So, just defining her lips a little, because I've defined her eyes. I can define her lips a little bit more. Hey Zozzy, hey Poppy. God, they're cute. Okay. And I am going to add a little bit of something over here. I might use my Ladybird, because I use Ladybug Jotters. I'll use my Ladybird pen, and I might go back to that fawn ink, or I've got my neon tattoo ink. I might use this to decorate with. You could even make up a watercolour wash and use that to dip your pen into. Debbie, of course, is talking about, I hope the unicorn hair isn't itchy. Kevin has perfectly smooth, non-itchy bum hairs, so maybe that's why she's laughing. Let's not think of the practicalities, okay? He's made of gold, obviously. Gold hairs. Yes. Oh, candy dippers for lips would be very nice. Yes, indeed. Okay, now I've got my ink world up here. I love watching the ink come up. So cool. And I'm just having a quick look through comments, just to make sure I've not missed anything serious. Oh, everyone was saying hello, Kim. Hello. Okay. Oh, PJ Moore's is about to make a video. Good one, PJ. So this is about facing the new year. Talking about affirmations. Moving with joy into new moments. Let's not think about the whole year. That's too much pressure on the year. Let's just hope that from this moment, you know, there's a lot going on that's not very joyful. This is why Kevin is a bit cynical, you know. So let's not put too much pressure on the year 2025 as a whole. Let's just move with intention and try and find the joy in moments. Yes, so that's not as that's just taking a bit of pressure off everything, right? And not every moment, because you can't find joy in every moment, but you know, some. This moment, I'm having lots of joy. Moving with joy into new moments. And I'll give her a little smile so she actually does look joyful. How about that? And And yes, so on the outside, serene, just, you know, enjoying life with your hot pink clouding balloon of hair and unicorn. This is your mind. This is the mind. The mind is off riding a cynical unicorn. But a thoughtful unicorn. But look, he's still there for the ride. He hasn't stayed home. I don't like his neck isn't very magnificent. I think we can do better. That was a lot of fun. And I think I've finished for now. So I hope that you are going to be moving with joy into your new moments too. Oh, here I am. I've got my rainbow light on and my giant flowers. Yes. So what else do I need to tell you? Everything that I've shown you, you can get at the website. You can join the channel. You can even join a membership if you want to show me your appreciation. Buy me a little coffee. That'd be very kind of you. But you can just enjoy it anyway. And yes, online workshops, art supplies and so forth. We always have to mention all the things, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, and look at my cute little bracelet. Did you notice that? It says Rainbowitis. KP gave it to me and I love it. Okay, hey Zandra, how you going? Okay, my friends, well, I'm going to go and say hello to my friend Kim and find out what she bought at the plant sale. And because she's just been to a plant sale. And I can't see any specific questions there for me, just people enjoying themselves. And yes, those gorgeous glass pens, everything I've shown you, you know where to go if you need a little pick-me-up, a little creative ooh la la. And I'll see you at some other point in the future. Who knows when. Bye! Now this is a new system and I always forget where to turn everything off. Everything's different. There we go. Bye.